Well, time for some money talk. The prices of gas has risen to an average of $3.53 a gallon in Arizona. And with that in mind, I bet a lot of folks are maybe looking into buying an electric car. But what's the good and what's the bad in owning these types of cars? Well, joining us now is Dr. Gregory Unruh, who is a professor of sustainability at the Thunderbird School of Global Management. Thank you for joining us on this subject. So we are talking electric cars. Now, you were saying that now is a good time. Well, why is now a good time to consider buying electric cars?
Well, it's an interesting time because the automobile manufacturers are coming out with lots of new models, and the federal government is providing incentives to buy a car. But I got to admit, it's not the right time for just everyone to jump on the electric car bandwagon.
Okay. Well, then let's talk about what are the advantages of buying an electric car now. Now, we know gas prices are $3.53, and we predict that they may go up. I mean, you know, my personal prediction is probably at least $5 to $6 a gallon.
So, I mean, there's a number of benefits that the electric car has. It's mechanically a lot simpler than a gas-powered car. So your relationship with your mechanic is going to really deteriorate over time. You're not going to go get it repaired. It's more like thinking about repairing your refrigerator or other types of electric appliances.
Okay, well, that's actually a total pro. Electric cars,
absolutely.
You don't have to worry about repairing them so much, but typical maintenance with brakes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, but they're a lot simpler machines, and so it'll be a lot less repair. The other benefit is, you know, that there will be no trips to the gas station. You know, that you can do in your house. There are, you know, no trips to that annual emissions testing that you have to do, and the cost of fueling your car is going to be a lot less. The government estimates it's about 75 cents a gallon equivalent to fuel up your electric vehicle.
Wow. Okay, that's really good. Okay, so that's a positive. Okay. What's the downside of owning an electric car?
You know, it's always tough to be on the technological frontier. So cost is going to be an initial problem, and so is availability.
Okay, when you say cost, what do you mean by that?
So most people are going to be looking at not the top line. The top line would be, say, a Tesla Roadster, which is $100,000 plus.
Okay.
Most people are going to be looking at a Nissan Leaf. Nissan is producing the Leaf, and Chevrolet, GM is producing the Volt.
Right.
The Chevy Volt is about $41,000. The Nissan Leaf is $33,000. But remember, the federal government is offering a $7,500 tax credit, so that'll lower the price substantially.
Okay. And it's interesting because I noticed, I had asked you, I said, the Chevy Volt's only 41. Gosh, I thought it was advertised for about 32. And you're like, well, they might be putting that minus 75 tax credit in there. For
be savvy about looking at the price, look at the details. But, you know, you might be able to get it for less than that. You know what this advertised price and the price you get at the dealership can change.
Well, I know how car dealers are. I can tell you about that one. Anyway, so, okay, but that's, you know, when I look at, like, for example, I haven't seen the Nissan Leaf, but I have seen the Toyota Prius, which is kind of the first in this industry. For me, it just looks like kind of like a Toyota Corolla that's about $10,000 more. Yeah,
you know, they're more expensive now, but, you know, as all technologies, the first ones that come out are really expensive, and then as you ramp up production, the price comes down.
Oh, I haven't seen that on the Prius at all.
Well, there's still a lot.
Okay. Now, go ahead. Greg.
No, but so the only thing is, watch over time as the price will come down on these vehicles and make it more attractive.
We'll see about that as gas prices go up. I don't know about that prediction, but we'll have you back and talk about that. But one last thing, like with the Nissan Leaf and these electric cars, okay, where do they charge them? I mean, I know, you know, that could possibly be a downside because there's no 220-volt, power plugs lying around.
That's a real problem, and you're going to hear the term thrown around now with electric vehicles, range anxiety. And that's basically the fear if I go on a long trip and the battery goes dead, I'm not going to be able to charge again. So the real, you know, most people will charge at night in their homes, and between 4 and 8 hours in your own home with a 22-volt, 220-volt, you can charge up your car.
Okay.
What's happening now, though, is you're going to start to see charging stations, just like you see gasoline stations. And we're lucky here in Arizona because the government and private companies plan to build out hundreds of these charging stations here in Arizona, in Phoenix, and Tucson.
Okay. Well, for me, I say let's just ride our bikes. But great, thank you so much for joining us. Some really good information there. And we have linked the information, more details on this on our website. Just go to abc15.com and you'll find us under the lifestyle section of the top of the page. Connie?
All right, thanks.